Hey amigos, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well. It's good to see you. Another cheeky Friday, and we're actually going to be doing the $10 meals today. So we're going to be doing that Supreme Chicken Crunch Wrap, which we're going to be doing. So we're going to make homemade tortillas. We're also going to do the bean filling as well. So we've got some pinto beans, a little bit of hatch green chili, some onions, garlic, beautiful flavors in there as well. So we're going to let that cook down very, very gently. The chicken itself, I'm actually going to sous vide it. Obviously, in my recipe, I will put talking about the cooking in the oven. So usually a large chicken breast, 30 to 35 minutes in the oven. Pan sear it beforehand. Dead simple, dead easy. But yeah, I'm going to sous vide this for today. We're also going to have some cheese in there, some lettuce, a little bit of lime and avocado, and then we're going to wrap it up and sear it and finish it off in the oven. So very delicious. Hope you guys and gals are looking forward to it. Okay, so I need to backpack the chickens first. So I want a little bit of paprika, a little bit of thyme. I suppose you could chuck a little bit of garlic in there as well. So let me get my backpacker out. So for this recipe, you're probably going to need maybe 1 or 2 chicken breasts. I've got 6, but I'm going to be bulking this up on stream. So for the recipe, it will be different. I will adjust it later on, so you don't need to like, why are you using so much? It's because I'm cooking for the family as well. So considering I pulled all the chicken out for the curry, I'm using it for something else now. So now if you weren't using the sous vide and you want to just cook by oven, you just heat yourself a pan up. Obviously marinate your chickens in a bowl or, you know, in a bag if you really want to. Bit of paprika, bit of thyme, dried thyme for the recipe, but I got fresh thyme here. And also a bit of garlic so you can grate it. I'm just going to put the garlic in whole. About half a teaspoon of paprika in here, and then a little touch of oil as well. Just a little touch of oil. And the thyme, garlic, paprika, and a touch of oil. Yeah, okay. Had to work that one out then. Almost there. It's all good. Your fingers. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to put this away, and the next thing we're going to do is the bean mix, of course. So I've got some pinto beans. I'm probably going to use about 2 cans. I've also got some hatch green chili defrosting as well. I can put this back behind my board. We're going to have some garlic, some onions in there. I've also got some peppers to use up because, you know, lots and lots of peppers because of the curry. So we're going to use some of those. So it's top and tail. So into a nice little fine dice. So we're going to cut this horizontally, and then we're going to cut it vertically, add in loads of layers into it. As you can see, I'm not cutting all the way through the onion, so it'll hold together. So just leaving like a finger width at the end. Same again, doing it horizontally. I'm not cutting all the way through. And obviously, the more lines you get through this, the more finer dice you're going to get out of it. So, and then just going to cut it straight across. So with this end piece, what are you going to do with that? Throw it away? Absolutely not. So what we're going to do, slice it, dice it. Alright, so there's our thyme, minus the stalks. Chef, why are you picking the thyme stalks down? So I don't, the leaves down, so I don't have to pick the stalks down later on. So we've got the thyme leaves there, still full of flavor. Let me get a pan on. So, medium-sized pan. I say medium. I lied. Large pan. If you're doing this for the recipe, you're probably going to need a medium pan. But for me, I'm doubling up onto a medium heat. And I'm going to add a cheeky tablespoon of canola oil or veggie oil, whichever you prefer. Right, let's drop these in a second. Right, so I'm going to let that sweat down. Let me just chop up our cheeky peppers. Alrighty, beautiful. Let's get this all into the pan then, shall we? So switch up. So I'm going to drop this in. And we're going to get some pinto beans out next, and we're going to get the paprika in there. Get all those beautiful flavors going on. And obviously got the hatch green chili as well. So we're going to soften these up. We're also going to add the pinto beans. I'm going to add a little touch of paprika and a little touch of cumin. I'm not going to add too much cumin. Very, very small amount. Maybe 1/4 teaspoon. Half a teaspoon will be fine. not going crazy on this. 2 teaspoons of paprika in here. Maybe 3, actually. It's pretty much near enough defrosted. I'm going to use the rest of it this weekend for something. Mix that up. And let's get the pinto beans out. So I want roughly about 2 cans of pinto beans. We're chucking our cheeky pinto beans into the mix. And we'll give them a nice little stir around. Okay, so I'm going to top this up with a little touch of water. And I'm going to turn this down to like a low heat. And we're just going to cook this down very gently and steadily. I'm going to leave that to cook down for about an hour or 2. Keep an eye on it. Give it a stir now and again occasionally. I'll grate the cheese. Slice the lettuce. Right, let me wash up some of this lettuce. We're going to dice it up. Set that aside. We're going to grate up some of this mozzarella as well. Right, so we're going to slice this up. Cheeky bit of lettuce. Let's grate up some of this cheese. I don't want to go too crazy with it. So, actually, I'm making quite a bit, aren't I? So I'm going to probably have to do half. So, just cut this in half. Right, so let's give this a nice little cheeky grate. I'm going to go for 500 grams. I'm hoping I don't need any more than that. So plain flour will be fine. If you want to do corn as well, you can pay a bit more and do a bit of corn tortillas. But we're just going to use plain flour for today. I feel like 500 grams might be a little overkill, Chef. No, actually, no, we're going to need it because I need the small tops. And then we need the large bottoms, so that would make sense. So half of these. Okay, yeah. I'm tempted to go 600 grams, to be honest with you, because we're making quite a lot. Because obviously I'm pretty much double or triple in the recipe today. Let's grab our chicken breasts. So we're going to use 4 chicken breasts. So I'm going to drop these now, and they're going to take 1 hour. So where's that big packet I wanted to use? There's the other one. As you can see, chicken is in there now, so that's going to cook down for about an hour. 65 Celsius. Nice and steadily and slowly. Now, if you want to do this, obviously roasted, preheat your oven, 350 Fahrenheit, 180 Celsius, and you can cook the pan-sear the breasts, then pop them in the oven between 30 to 35 for large. If they're smaller, maybe 25 to 30 minutes. Anyway, going back to the tortillas. So I'd say about 3 pinches of salt, because I'm really bulking this up. Don't want it too salty. Also going to put a little bit of oil content to help make it nice and soft. So I'm going to say about 30, probably 40 mil. A little touch of water. I say a little touch, but we're going to need a considerable amount for this. And if you're going to ask me how much, just enough until it bounds together. So you just want to keep adding little by little, just until it's like formed a nice little dough. Right, don't want to add any more water now. I feel like this is going to end up too sticky otherwise, so I'm going to help just kind of pull this all together. Now this looks like a lot of dough, but we are making quite a bit of tortillas here, so that's fine. I'm going to give this a knead. This is going to take about 10-15 minutes. Obviously the smaller doughs will take, I'd say about 5 minutes, a little less time. Or you could use your KitchenAid if you wanted to. That's another option. I'm going to do it by hand. Right, so let's get kneading. So I'm just using the heels of my hands and then my fingers to kind of pull it back. So I'll slow it down a little bit so you can see. So pulling it and then just picking it up and pulling it back. So just using your heels of your hands to knead it. Now obviously if you were doing like higher hydration doughs, things like that, you want to be kind of pinching it rather than kneading it because it'd be too wet to handle. So you'd get some water, dip your hands in it, you'd pinch it and pull it for about 15 to 10 minutes. So if you're doing a higher hydration dough, that's another way of how to knead bread. This is almost there, so this is looking really nice and smooth. Just a little touch longer and then we should be good. I might actually, no, just do half. So I'm going to make some smaller ones, so I want them about roughly that big, so. Eight. Perfect, I can shove that onto there for the bigger ones. Right, let me move the beans at the back. So, what I'm going to do is put this at the back stove. So I'm going to put that on the low heat. Just going to pop that at the back there. We're going to put this onto a medium heat and get ourselves our pan on, ready for our tortillas. Also, we're going to need a little bit of foil. So what we're going to do is put the foil in between the tortillas. Why? So it's going to hold in the moisture, so they're not going to crack, they're not going to split, so they'll be absolutely fantastic. Okay, so these are going to be the smaller ones. I say smaller ones, but as long as they're not too small, that's fine. Too big, sorry. So I'm looking for about something about that, just to kind of cover the top, because basically we're going to put the filling in on the large one, right? So we're going to have the large one here. We put the filling in, everything we want on it. We're going to put this one, smaller one, on top, and then we're going to wrap it up, and then we're going to seal it in the pan, and then finish it off in the oven. So starting off with the smaller ones. So I'm going to take about 30 seconds to a minute each side. Not too much color. You don't want to cook them out too much or burn them, so just keep an eye on them. Beautiful. Okay, so there you go. That's cooked. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to leave it out in the air. Oh, I got it. You almost got away from me. And what we're going to do, we're going to keep stacking them and putting the foil on them. Why are you doing that for, Chef? So just to hold the moisture in, so they become nice and flexible later on, so when they cool down. So super important. So let's have a look. Oof, very hot. Chicken's done. I'm going to get that out in a second. Just going to let that sit where it is at the moment. So let me just put this over here, out the way. So we just put the oven on, 180 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit, just to kind of give them a bit more of a crisp when we put them in the oven. What I'm going to do, make sure that's gone. I'm hoping this avocado is good. I'm pretty sure it is. We have pretty good avocados here. Beautiful. Fantastic. Also, be super careful when you're doing this, right? Just be super careful. When you do this, don't go hammering down, because you could end up cutting yourself. Just do it very close, and then just twist it, come straight out, and then when you come to pull it out, just gently, no pressure, smooth and gentle. Alright, so I'm going to scoop that out. Okay, half a lime juice. Just give that a little bit of a roll, because I feel like it's going to be a bit stiff. No, I'm going to use about half. Half will be fine. There we go. So very small amount indeed. So let's give that a little mix up, and a little pinch of salt in there just to season it, and that'll be good to go. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that into a little dish. Obviously on the recipe it'll be a little bit more than that, but just for me today, I'm just going to I want to leave out the tomatoes, because not everyone's a fan of it, so let's dice this up. Dice and slice. Chicken's looking beautiful. How super juicy and tender that is. Goodness me. Wow. Tender from top to bottom. Don't want to overfill it. I want to make sure I can wrap it. So there's the beans on there. I feel like the cheese will be next, because you know, you want it to melt, right? With that beautiful cheese. We also want maybe a few little cheeky tomatoes in here. Then the chicken. Beautiful chicken. And then we got a little bit of lettuce. And then obviously that guac, or maybe the guac then the lettuce, but that's okay. So I'm hoping this is going to fit. We'll see. Right, so we're going to put this on next. So don't want it to come out too far. Oh wait, yeah. And then what we're going to do, just pretty much kind of like wrap this up very carefully, without it kind of So just make sure that pan is nice and hot. Just turn it up a little touch, maybe a 7 out of 10. Want to make sure we get that nice little golden color on there. And it doesn't open up. So I've got the wrap in my hand. It's not going to seal and unseal. So it's looking beautiful. So, okay, we're ready. Right, so let's seal up that little bad boy. How long will you cook this, chef? I just until it's crunchy, because everything else is cooked inside. I don't really want to overcook, like especially like the lettuce and stuff. You don't want it like to go soggy. I'm just basically getting this nice crunchy shell. So about 3 minutes. Yeah, I'd say about a couple of minutes, just until it's like nice and golden, so it's sealed up nicely. So about 3 minutes each side, and I might put it in the oven for a couple of minutes as well. I made it work. I made it work. It's fine. There's enough on there. I hope you're ready for the beautiful cross section, amigos. Goodness me. That beautiful, cheeky little wrap cross section. Oh my goodness me. Fantastic. Super happy with that. We made the tortillas from scratch. Dead simple. Flour, water, salt, oil. Adding the water little by little until it's bound together, giving it a knead for 5 minutes until smooth, and then obviously cutting up into the tortillas. We did a little tortilla and then a large tortilla. So pan-seared it on a medium heat each, 40 seconds to a minute, just until a little bit of color, and taking them off, and then putting them in between pieces of foil to kind of hold the moisture in, stop them from drying out. So the filling, we did the mixed beans. So we had pinto beans, onions, garlic, thyme, some peppers in there. We also had paprika, a little touch of cumin, very small amount. And we let that cook down with a touch of water, little by little. Absolutely beautiful. We also had the chicken, so we marinated that in oil, a little touch of oil, paprika, and garlic and thyme. Excuse me. So if you want to, we did it sous vide, so we cooked it for an hour in a backpack on 65 Celsius. If you want to do it the old-fashioned way, that's fine. Pan-sear the chicken after you've marinated it later on. Set the oven temperature to 180 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit and cook for about 30 to 35 minutes. If it's a smaller breast, maybe 25 to 30 minutes, so depending, so just bear that in mind. And then we sliced that up. We made a quick little avocado and lime with it. Salt, avocado, and lime juice. Little diced bit of tomatoes in there, and some diced iceberg, and also a little bit of mozzarella as well to go in there. So wrapped it up into a nice little cheeky wrap. Seared the side that was like kind of opening. It's very fiddly, a little difficult, but we managed to do it. So yeah, no, it turned out absolutely delightful, very delicious, nice and crunchy. Thank you so much for today. I appreciate all the love. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll be back Monday, not on Twitch, but on YouTube. If you want to check that out, !YouTube in chat. Feel free to go check out the Bacon channel that my project is, that I'm working on every Monday now. Tuesday to Friday, we'll be back on Twitch, 10 AM Mountain Time, every day. But anyway, have a fantastic weekend. Much loves. Stay safe. And I'll see you Tuesday on Twitch. If not, check out the content on YouTube on Monday. Thank you so much again for the love and support. I'll see you Tuesday. Much loves, guys. Bye for now.